everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new around here, I am your host, Robert, aka The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, and co-host, aka Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live from Tall Man Mobile. We have just gotten off the NCL AQUA after 10 days of nothing but ocean. And wind and rain and
one good day.
And really, yeah, one good day.
One nice day.
Yes. And so we want to welcome you all. And on our way off the ship on embarkation, which will go through the whole embarkation process, we were able to video a bunch more cabins. So we felt it wasn't quite right to give the full review of the ship before we see all the cabins we got.
You mean disembarkation?
Did I say embarkation?
You said embarkation.
We're on the ship. It just looks like Tall Man Mobile.
Debar, disembark, whichever, just not embark.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm so confused. I don't know where I am. It's the seasick drugs I take. Or the mad cow.
It's the mad cow.
Well, we do have faux balcony cam tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Normally, we would give you the cliff note, or not the cliff notes, but the show notes, if you will, the public service announcements, right? That we're on the ship, but we're not on the ship anymore.
No,
so.
we're not. We're in Tall Man Mobile.
If you want to know anything about the NCL AQUA and you are with us live, please do ask us. We just spent 10 days on there, and I believe we probably got the good gist of everything that there is on that ship. So,
I think so.
But tonight, we're going to be going over 18 cabins.
Yeah.
18 cabins. So,
yes.
If you're new around here, we do this in a drinking game, so make sure you have plenty of stuff to drink. Anytime I say my height, you have a drink, okay? It's just a fun thing we like to do. So, all right. So, shall we get right to it? You know what? Let's just say hello to everybody real fast.
Let's do it.
And then we'll get to it.
All right.
Patricia's ready. Drink.
Yes.
I didn't say my height yet. Hello, Lori Beckwith. We have something for you too, Lori, tonight.
Lori.
Hello, Irene. Welcome. Good to see you as well, Mulka. Patricia says, Lisa, that one went behind the sofa.
Oh, well,
behind her sofa.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're going to have to fish that one out.
Yep. Well, welcome back, Angela, from your cruise.
Yes,
on Carnival. Hopefully
yes, I saw you on Bolt.
Yep.
You had a great time.
Hopefully you had a fantastic time. Hello, Mike. Bev. Yep, she's ready with her beverages. Mama Tall Man, good to see you, of course. Kelly from freezing Boston. Yeah, it wasn't very pleasant in New York yesterday either.
No, it wasn't.
Welcome back to reality. Cooking isn't too much fun, is it? No, but we have bacon and no faking, as it's been come to be known as.
Hard scrambled eggs.
Yeah. No faking in this house. Desiree Hall says, good evening, Tall Man Cruise. Are you guys sailing? Or we're at home. We're in Tall Man Mobile. We just got home yesterday.
Last night.
But we're only going to be home a couple of days because we're heading out to the World America. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that because we're giving away a ship while we're on that ship. Anyway, hello, Carol. Alex, just stay on the ship. I know I tried, right?
Yeah.
She's like, yay. What's up, Danny Mac? John. Hello. Okay. Hello to everyone. If we didn't call you out, we're so sorry because we have to get to cabins. We got a bunch of them. You know how we do it? We always do it Tall Man style, and we're going to start with the studio. So let's do it Tall Man style.
Filming Tall Man style.
This is Kevin 12515. This is a studio. So this is meant for one person. So you have a full-size bed. TV's there right on the side, which is on a swivel so it can come out. You have a little nook up there for lights and things. You have a smaller closet right here. It's just one person, so you won't have as much. But you do have also drawers and shelves over here. Kind of neat. You have a little stool to sit on, desk area. This does light up. You have US, European, as well as USB power. And I love this bathroom, Lisa.
Me too.
It's kind of neat. This door could close like this or like that. Even that toilet, I think, isn't a good place for someone my height. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's great.
Very nice.
No problem at all. Nice shower. See, I'm at the right height for even the shower. There's your studio, everybody. Nice cabin space. And there's not very many cruise lines that specifically make cabins for solos. NCL is one of them. Let us know what you think of the studio. Ciao.
I can't believe that.
Wow, I didn't say my height. What's going on? All right, so there was your studio. Let's look at an inside cabin. This is cabin 14195. This is an inside cabin. As we go inside, as you see, the bed is over here to your left. Let's get that. There we go. Love the decor on this ship, guys. So this is a true king bed, without a doubt. Separates into two twins, nightstands. There is power over here, USB, both types. And there's regular 110 power back on there as well. Love the fact that they've included some power. You have a little credenza over here. I do believe this is a mini fridge right there. A couple of drawers, nice sized TV. You have a sitting over here with a desk. You do have power here as well. One European, one US, and two different types of USB. This light does come on, but there's also one additional US outlet there. Your cabinetry, your closets, if you will, are right here. There's one behind here with your safe and a couple of pull-out shelves, some hanging up top. And then there's one here as well, hanging up top, and again, shelves. But there's a third one back here, which is all hanging. I'm assuming this is where the luggage is gonna go. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. Nice bathroom, guys. Toilet is in a great place for someone my height at 6'4". Love the sink area, the whole decor. Nice stand-up shower with a big shower head. Love it. Beautiful bathroom. So there is your inside cabin. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. All right. Yeah, sorry, I missed the first one, Patricia.
Whoops.
Let's go into now the family inside cabin. This is cabin 16159. This is a family inside. Other cruise lines would call it a quad. Basically, the main difference between this cabin and another cabin is there's two beds that come down from the ceiling. You can sleep a total of 4 in here. Outside of that, you walk straight into your bed, which is a residential size king. Two twins if you separate them. You do have two nightstands that would go in the middle. There is USB power on both the nightstands and US power on the one side. Love the headboard. Over here, we have a nice desk area that does light up. I can find the switch right there. You have two US. One is right here. One is right there. A couple USB and a European. Nice lighted mirror, like I said. Over here, a couple shelves. There's a mini fridge underneath there. Nice size TV. Your closets, when we first came in, these doors are closed. Right here, you have hanging. Your safe and some shelves. On the other side is exactly the same. You have hanging. Sorry, that one's not opening all the way. Behind the door is a place for hanging as well as luggage storage. And as you can see, those are the ladders to get up to the beds. Bathroom, great size bathrooms on this ship. Brand new, so nice and spacious. Love the modern type decor with the sink. Nice big stand-up shower. Nice big shower head. Awesome. That toilet is in a great place for someone my height. Here, Lisa. 6'4". Look at that. You could be Shaq and sit on this sucker. So this is great for the tall and the fluffy. All right, so there is your family inside. Let us know what you think of it. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. All right, so there's your family. As we move through these cabins, if it's labeled family, that just means it can sleep more people.
Yeah.
Even though it's exactly the same size. All right, so the family inside and the inside are exactly the same size. Same with the ocean view and the balconies. It can just sleep more. So instead of it being a triple or a quad, they just call it family. So there we go.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see this first time. Here is an ocean view. Hey everyone, this is cabin 5802. This is a family ocean view. As you first come in, you have your closets over here on your left-hand side. There's two right here. So you'd have some hanging and your safe in a couple drawers. Same thing on this side right here. And then you have another nook right here for all hanging. And I think you might be able to put some of your luggage there as well. Coming further in, there's a desk area here with a lighted mirror. You got one US, USB, A and C, European, and another US power there. Mini fridge there, drawer, and again, that does light up. Across from here, you have your sofa that converts to a bed. This would be the family part. These little lights also have US A and C, US power on that side. Coming down to the bed, you do have a king, or it could be two twins if you wanted separated. I'll go down there a little bit further. I forgot to talk about the TV, which does, as you see, move around a bit, so you can either have it facing the bed or facing the living room. This is an ocean view, so you do have a nice big porthole. And my guess is it was a lot of waves slapping up against that on this past trip.
I imagine there was.
Yep. All right, let's go look at the bathroom. So this is a good sized bathroom, just like the rest of the cabins on this ship. Nice big sink, lighted mirror. There's power up there. Toilet, a great place for someone my height at 6'4", and a really nice walk-in shower. Nice rain shower head right there. So there's your family ocean view. See you on the next one. Ciao. By the way, here's another tip. On that shower head, if you reach up behind it, there are 4 buttons. If you don't know they're there, you're not going to see it. And they change how the water sprays out of there.
They do. You can have it like a rain shower. You can have it a more forceful rain shower, or you can have a concentrated jet.
Yep. And then one that does this.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
I figured we'd tell you that too. So,
yeah.
All right, let's move on to the balcony.
All right.
This is cabin 12182. This is a balcony cabin. This is actually our cabin. I'm going to give you a nice, good look here at the cabin. So as you come in, your closets are all right here. This first one, which is behind the main door. So this actually doesn't have a door of its own. It's all wide open. You have hanging and place for luggage underneath once you have it unpacked. You do have 2 closets. This side is some pull-out baskets down there at the bottom, some shelves, as well as more hanging. And then this side is your safe, some pull-out baskets again, and more hanging. Coming further in, we have our desk. There's a light switch right there to turn on the lights. There's European, US, 2 different types of USB. There's 2 more US over here, so plenty of power right here. A little stool, hair dryer, drawer, mini fridge right there. So it's got a few little things in there already. Not complimentary. Across from this, nice sofa. Some of the cabins, this would convert to be a bed. I don't think it does in ours. I love the decor in here.
Me too.
Nice king-size bed. This is a real king-size bed, guys. So when these are separated, they're real twins. I'm not sure if the camera really shows that, but they are definitely king when together, or 2 twins when separated. The nightstands would just go in the middle. Speaking of nightstands, you do have US power there and 2 different types of USB on that one. Across from the bed, we have the TV, decent-sized TV. This happens to be a connecting cabin. That's what that door is. This is a balcony. The balconies on the ship are all pretty generous, to be honest with you. Decent size. Comfortable chairs out here. Nice little table. And then we have views. There's the back of the ship that way. Front of the ship up there. We're literally mid-ship, so great views. Hopefully we'll get to use the balcony a little bit on this cruise. Going to be a little bit cold. So this is the only bathroom configuration we've seen in all the cabins. Toilet is in a great place for someone my height, 6'4", and definitely a lot of room on the width. So definitely good for the fluffy as well. So good for tall and fluffy. Love the nice large sink, lots of countertop space. Got some storage shelves up there, storage shelves down here. These doors open up. I also love this shower. In fact, let me give it to Lisa, and we'll just show you at least both of these things. So you can see there's plenty of room, guys. Left and right, front and back. This is one of the more comfortable, roomy toilets that we've seen on a ship. And then, of course, the shower is also roomy. Literally, this is what I call the 2-person shower. You can serve some water. There's plenty of space in here. And it's plenty of height as well. So got about another 4 inches above me, so you could be everybody 6'8" before you touch the roof. That is a regular balcony cabin here on the NCL Aqua. This one happens to be ours, 12182. So we see you in another cabin. Ciao. That's a sip. I said 6'8", not 6'4". Oh, drink.
Oh, drink.
We may not be drinking, but I'm sure going to have to pee when we're done with this.
Right.
All right, so let's look at the family balcony, shall we? This is cabin 15102. This is a family balcony. Basically, it looks just like a regular balcony. The only difference is it's got a sofa that converts into bed. That's it. NCL classifies this as a different cabin type, so this is classified as a family balcony. We'll just start all the way down here at the balcony since we're talking about it. Decent sized balcony on this brand new ship. Absolutely great. Be careful of your foot there if you happen to have this cabin. 2 nice chairs, nice table, decent size, like nice width, nice depth, great views. Well, right here at the front, there's the bridge. All right, so it's a good balcony. You have a king-size bed, as you can see. Love the decor in here. Come down here so you can see a better look at the bed. The nightstands have USB, 2 types of USB, as well as there's US power right there. If you want to split this apart and be 2 twins, you can. As you see, there's a TV at the foot of the bed. Nice desk area. You have a hairdryer mounted there, kind of like a weapon. Boom. There's a drawer. You got power up here as well, US and European, 2 US here, and a mini fridge. Here is your sofa that does pull out and convert into a bed. The closets, you have hanging shelves and a safe on this side. On the other side, it's basically the same thing, just no safe. And then there's a cabinet space behind the door. As you can see, there's no door for it. It's completely wide open, but that's where you put your luggage. So there is your family balcony. Oh, I forgot the bathroom. Lisa's like, the bathroom, Robert. So look at this space in here. Plenty of room for someone my height at 6'4". I love the sink, love the decor in general. In the shower as well. Got a nice big walk-in shower with a big rain head there. So love the bathrooms. Plenty of room in there for someone my height at 6'4", as well as plenty of room for those who might be a little on the fluffy side. So it's good for the tall and fluffy. Ciao. See you in the next one. All right. Are we ready for some accessible cabins?
Yes.
Let's do some accessible cabins. Hey, everybody. This is cabin 10805. This is an inside accessible cabin. As you see, a nice wide door. As we come in, also wide spaces in here. I'm just going to back up so you can see from the entryway here, as well as on this side of the bed. So plenty of room to maneuver chairs and or scooters. We'll start here at the bed. You have 2 nightstands, which are movable if you want to convert this king into 2 twins. There is regular US power and USB by the head of the bed, as well as an emergency pull. Across from the bed on this side, TV, lighted mirror, more power, mini fridge, storage cabinets, hair dryer, all that stuff. Over here's your closet. There's just 2 of them hanging, safe drawers, and on this side, hanging in a shelf, or you can put that shelf up and there's more hanging down there. Remember, this is an accessible cabin, so it has a 0 clearance bathroom, meaning you can roll right in. There are plenty of grab bars here at the toilet area as well as in the shower, so you can bring your scooter in or chair and transfer over. The shower as well. There's a bench in there. You do have a handheld wand that is adjustable and a nice lighted mirror, as you can see. Hey, everybody. Big sink that you can also roll up to. There is power here as well. So there is your inside accessible cabin. Let us know if you think this is big enough. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao. All right. So there's your accessible inside cabin. Next is an accessible ocean view, but it's a family ocean view. This is cabin 5832. This is an ocean view that is also an accessible cabin. As you see, as you come in, lots of wide space here, guys, for your wheelchairs or scooters. I'm just going to turn around so you can see Lisa as well. So there's plenty of room, nice wide door, nice wide spaces. In fact, when you get in here, the table can be moved around, but you can have access to get onto the left or to the right, whichever side you prefer. The bed, as you see, can be in its king configuration, or if they unzip that, they can separate them and it become 2 twins. From a power standpoint, there's power on both sides of the bed, which is awesome as well. And it's hard to see, but there's an emergency pull right there. And there is USB as well. Right across from this, there's a mini fridge, cabinets here for storage, nice big TV, lighted mirror with some more power in USB. And you have 3 closets here. Safe, drawers, hanging. There's plenty of room for everything here. Okay, this is an ocean view, so you have a nice big porthole, but it's also, remember, accessible, as we were talking about. So you'll have a zero clearance entry to the restroom, to the bathroom, which means you can roll right in. There are grab bars everywhere, so you can easily transfer over to the toilet, as well as the bench that's in the shower. The shower head, it can be adjustable. You can either hold it by hand or you can keep it there and raise it up and down. A nice lighted mirror, big sink that you can roll up to as well. So there is your ocean view accessible cabin. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Right off the bat.
I guess then they need to wait. All right, so that is your family ocean view. Let's do an accessible balcony now.
This is cabin 10224. This is an accessible balcony cabin. And as you see when you come in here, there is tons of space. Lisa's just closing the door there. Nice room, lots of room for your chairs or scooters. Behind the door area here is your closet. So this side is hanging, which lights up when you open it. Safe and some shelves. And then this side over here is exactly the same, but hanging up there. And the shelves are convertible, which I love. And you can put luggage down below. Coming further in, your desk area is over here. You do have a mini fridge, which I believe is in this cabinet right there. And this is some storage right here. You have a hairdryer down there. Lighted mirror up here. There's your switch for the lighted mirror. Power. 2 US, 1 European, and a couple of USB. Nice size TV. The bed is a king size bed. There's plenty of room for chairs and scooters on either side. There's US power on either side. There's also an emergency pull cord right here in case of. And a nice little table and chairs down here. They do have the chairs pull off to the side, but they can be here with the table. An accessible cabin. And brand new ship. This will have a nice ramp. Boom. So you can have great access out here. And look what you're looking at. You see the slide there, but I don't think it's blocking any of your views. That is great views outside of this accessible balcony. Let's go ahead and look at the bathroom. The bathroom will be 0 clearance, meaning you can roll right in. Turn on the lights for you. As you can see, grab bars all around the toilet. Also an emergency pull. Plenty of room. You can actually bring your chair, scooter right into the shower. There's a bench you can transfer over to, as well as, again, lots of handrails. Shower is adjustable, the shower head. Sink you can also roll up to. You have a trash that, I thought that was going to be trash that you could pull out, but nice big lighted mirror. There you have it, guys. There is your accessible balcony cabin. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
All right, well, we're halfway through. That was the first 9. Do you guys need a break? You need to go to the bathroom? Need another cocktail? Did you drink it all already? Charles, you got a buzz going? Ready for the next 9?
Let's do it.
All right, this is a family suite with large balcony. By the way, not in the Haven. If you didn't know, there are a few types of suites that are suites, but they're not in the Haven. This is one of them. Again, family suite with large balcony.
Hey everyone, this is cabin 12102. This is a forward-facing club balcony suite with large balcony. And it's a large cabin too, as you can see. Nice space as you come in here. As I turn around, you can see the nice entryway where Lisa's standing. You have 3 closets. The one that's behind the door, there's no door on it. It's behind the door, but there's no door. I'm assuming that's where you put your luggage. These 2 slide. They're both basically the same. This side's hanging and some shelves. This side is again hanging, some shelves in a safe. Nice living room area, sofa that typically can pull out to be a bed. You've got some nightstands, whatever you want to call them, or end tables. There is power on the lamps, which I love. If you had to, you could use that for power. You just have to unplug the phone. Nice coffee table. Across from this, writing desk, as you can see, with a nice lighted mirror. There's power here as well. Coffee machine, mini fridge, drawers. Again, coffee machine, nice. TV. Across from that, you do have your master bed, which is in its king configuration, or you could separate this to be 2 twins. God, I love the decor in here.
I do too.
Love the carpet.
Yeah.
It's just very modern looking.
It's really nice.
Now, this does have a decent sized balcony. It says large balcony. And it is very large up here. It is forward facing. Oh, they've already had an accident. There's supposed to be glass here, but there's no glass here. Or maybe there's not supposed to be glass. I don't know.
There's supposed to be glass here.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, got great views facing forward right here. All right. Let's go look at that bathroom. Same size bathroom as the rest of them that we've seen, even though this is a suite. So the toilet is in a good place for someone tall and or fluffy. I'm 6'4", and that's perfect. So 2 thumbs up. Love the sink. There's shelves. There's power. Nice lighted mirror. There's storage underneath as well. Nice walk-in shower there with a rain shower head. You've got all your lotions and potions in there, right? And some shelves. Love it. All right, let us know what you think of this forward-facing club balcony suite. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Again, that was just the family suite. Okay?
Yes.
We got the wrong name, so we apologize. All right, next one is a forward-facing club balcony suite with large balcony. Ugh, it's a mouthful. Here you go.
Hey everybody, this is cabin 11702. This is a forward-facing club balcony with large balcony. Is that correct, Lisa?
A forward-facing club balcony suite with large balcony.
Thank you. So many names on this ship. So as you come in, your closet is right behind you. You have 2 closets. They're nice. They'll be hanging in there as well as some pull-out drawers. And same thing on this side, hanging up top, drawers down there as well as a safe. You have a nice end table here with some drawers in it. This sofa in some of the cabins can convert to be a bed. You have another end table / nightstand. There is power on this side, US power, and USB on the other side. Let's not forget the coffee table. And I didn't mention it, but look at the extra space in here.
Isn't that nice?
I love the extra space in here. Very, very comfortable. Love the decor. This is a king-size bed, as you can see, or it can be 2 twins if you separate them. Love it. Across from that is your TV, decent sized TV, mini fridge, couple big drawers. You have a drawer here. Love how the hair dryer is hung down there, which is great. A little stool, lighted mirror, power everywhere up here as well. This is forward facing, and it's considered, I think, a large balcony. So as you can see, it is a pretty large balcony. It's pretty wet out there, so I'm not going to go stand out there. But what's nice is these ones have 1 pane of glass missing. And then, so if you want to sit there and get the breeze, I guess you can. But if you don't, you can hang out back here. You know what, though? I will brave. I'll just step because I want to show you the views. Isn't that great? Love that. They washed out here, and I don't want to get their brand new carpet all wet. Because this is like its first cruise. Let's go look at the bathroom. Okay, so this is the same bathroom as we've seen in regular cabins. A little disappointed the suites don't have better bathrooms. I'm assuming they saved that for the Haven. But that toilet is in a great place for someone tall and or fluffy. I'm 6'4". I've already sat on one. Great. Sink, nice big sink. You got shelves, countertop space, lighted mirror. There's power up in here. There's cabinets down below. I love the big walk-in shower with the glass door. Got all your lotions and potions there for you. There is your forward-facing club suite with large balcony. Here we go. Ciao.
All right. Next, we have another forward-facing. This is actually the cabin right next to it. This is the forward-facing suite with master bedroom and large balcony.
This is cabin 12104. This is a forward-facing suite with master and large balcony. So as you come in, over here's your bathroom. We'll get to that in a minute. And a nice big dressing mirror there. Your bedroom's in there, separate room, so we're going to cover that in a second. You do have a nice sitting area over here with a desk. This does light up. You have US, European, as well as USB. Nice, you got a hair dryer down there, a drawer, and an interesting little stool. There is one closet right there. You've got an umbrella sitting in there, some pull-out drawers, and of course, robes. Nice dedicated living space here. That typically can pull out to be a bed. Nice little coffee table, end tables. There is power on this side and USB over here. Love it. And this one comes with some champagne waiting for you. You have a coffee machine sitting in there. That would be a mini fridge, drawers, and a window looking forward, at least here. Let's see if we can get out there from the master. Let's go into the master. Another closet right here with your safe. You have a nice king-size bed. It's hard to see from that angle. We'll get it right here for you. So a nice king-size bed or 2 twins if you want to separate them. The nightstands will go in the middle. Again, there's power on the nightstands, which is great. Both USB and US. And a nice size TV here. All right, let's go take a look at that balcony. Oh yeah, it's a great sized balcony, Lisa. You got 2 loungers right there with a table. You've got a chair here, chair there with a little table. Great views looking forward. It's going to be real cold and windy on this trip though. I don't know how often you're going to be able to hang out there because we don't have any stops. But at least you have the window that you can sit at up here and look at out the window. Worst case scenario. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. All right, nice sized bathroom. This looks the same as the rest of the cabins. Toilet's in a great place for someone my height, as well as width. So 6'4", tall and or fluffy is great. Nice sink, got shelves, storage. There's power in here. Nice walk-in shower with a rain shower head, plenty of space. And Lisa's over here telling me I missed another closet.
You did.
So there's 3 closets in here. It was hidden.
They're well hidden.
I was so focused on that glass up there. I just love the forward-facing balcony.
Isn't that nice?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let us know what you think of this one. Ciao.
So, is that doing a drink? Another one? No. All right. Next is an aft-facing suite with large balcony. Aft-facing suite with large balcony.
Hey, everybody. This is 9888. This is another aft-facing suite with large balcony, but it's configured slightly different. As you see, when you first come in, you have connecting cabin if you need it. Your bathroom's there, which we'll look at in just a minute. But there's no living room like the other one that we were in. It's a little bit different. You have a couple chairs and a little table there. There's plenty of power in USB at the bed as well as by the desk, right? Decent sized TV, coffee machine. There's a mini fridge in here, drawer, lighted mirror, more power here. Your closets are over here. So you have some exposed, some that are behind doors. This, again, is considered an aft-facing suite with large balcony. So let's take a look at the large balcony. This is definitely not as large as the other one, but it's still pretty darn big. Nice big table with 4 chairs, a couple of loungers, a couple of other types of chairs there. Again, amazing views out the back here. Let's go look at the bathroom. Oh, wrong door, Robert. Here's your bathroom. A toilet in a great place for someone my size at 6'4". Definitely a lot of width too, so good for the tall and fluffy. Nice big sink, walk-in shower with a handheld rain shower head. There's power, lighted mirror, and plenty of storage. So there you go. Again, it's an aft-facing suite with large balcony, just a different configuration than the other one we saw. Well, we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Cute.
Charles, you have no idea. So let's go see the other one that I mentioned. It's the same classification, an aft-facing suite with large balcony. It's just a different one. Yeah.
This is cabin 9890. This is an aft-facing suite with large balcony. This is not in the Haven, everybody. So here is your nice living area, sofa. In some cabins, this can become a bed. Across from this, you have your nice TV, coffee machine. There's a mini fridge down there, drawer, plenty of power here, and then access to the large balcony. And I mean large balcony. Some of it is covered, as you see right here. This is all covered with a nice big table and loungers, but you also have this expansive space to come out here. Large balcony.
That is a large balcony.
That is a large balcony. Again, we'll just get a nice look at that again. This has its own master bedroom. Here is your walk-in closet. Beautiful walk-in closet. This can either be 2 twins or a king like you see it. There's power, a USB and US next to the bed, and a nice TV at the foot of the bed. Don't forget this can become 2 twins if you don't want the king. Here is the master, which you have a toilet in a good place for someone my height at 6'4". Nice lighted mirror. There's power up here. Love the big sink and a nice generous walk-in shower with a handheld rain shower head. So there is your aft-facing suite with large balcony. Ciao.
Yeah, it messed up your voice when it did the thing, so I had to use the original. Anyway,
Oh my.
all right. Are we ready for the Haven now?
Yes.
We got into the Haven. Don't ask. So let's look at a Haven penthouse with balcony.
This is cabin 12840. This is a Haven penthouse with balcony. So let's take a look. As you come in behind the door, these are your closets. You can see they look completely different than the cabins and the cabin closets in the regular area. Further come in, you have there's a mini fridge behind here, as well as some drawers, your coffee machine, really large TV. You have a little bench area down here with a table and a chair. You have another chair down here. It looks like a drawer underneath there. You have a lot of controls here on either side of the bed, turning lights on. There are switches, so it's not a digital system, which I kind of like, less things to go wrong. There is power, USB and US on both sides of the bed, which is great. And as you see, this is one big bed. They do not separate. And there's some storage underneath, which is nice. On this side over here, you have sort of a makeup area, do your hair, your phone, right? A little makeup mirror right there, as you see right there. This is a penthouse with balcony, so let's go take a look at the balcony here. Nice large balcony with very comfortable recliners. Awesome, great views. We're sort of in the middle of the ship, so you get to see a little bit of everything here. We are inset, so you can't see all the way forward, but this does look towards the back. I mean, by the middle of the ship, we're sort of in the middle of the haven area. All right, let's go look at the bathroom. Really large sink. I love how the faucets are up on the glass. Nice big mirror. You have a separated area here for the toilet. This is a mirror. Makes it look bigger than it actually is. And a nice big walk-in shower with a little bench in there. Nice rain shower head all the way there at the top. And all your lotions and potions and stuff. So there you go. There's your Haven penthouse suite, right? With balcony. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
All right, we only managed to get kicked out of several rooms. All right, now let's look at the Haven accessible aft-facing penthouse with master bedroom and large balcony. I did it. I'm going to have a drink for that.
Hey everyone, this is cabin 12856. This is a cabin in the Haven. This is an aft-facing penthouse with master bedroom and large balcony. As you come in, you have your closets here. There's one behind the door here, as well as over here on this side, right there. Drawers, safe. The other side is all hanging. A nice dressing mirror right there. You come in here. Here's your sort of mini bar, we'll call this area here. You have your fridge down there, coffee machine, and all that stuff. Nice living room area, a sofa, and some cabins that can convert to become a bed. You also have a table with a chair right here and a really large TV. We'll get to the balcony here in just a minute. Over on this side, a nice area to sit and do makeup. There is power here, USA, B, and 2 US outlet, as well as European. As you see, it lights up, and a lighted makeup mirror. Over here is the master. It's not completely separate, but it's separated enough with a large TV at the foot of the bed. This is a king-size bed. It will not split into 2 twins, I believe. I believe it always remains a king. There's power on both sides of the beds. Your controls that control the suite are switches. It's not digital. You have some more storage down here, as well as on the other side. We'll go over here to show you. Again, power, storage. You have a really nice big balcony, and there's a ramp that goes up. So this technically probably could be an accessible cabin because there's ramps to get to the outside. Nice table with 2 chairs. Got a couple of lounges with really comfortable cushions and stuff. And it's aft facing. You're literally in the middle of the back of the ship. So the views are absolutely stunning here from the back of the ship. Now, you are not covered, at least where I'm standing, but you are covered here. All right. So this is, again, as we're looking a little bit closer, an accessible suite here at the back of the ship. I didn't notice coming in, but you see the peephole is down here kind of low. So that means it's accessible. So it's got some extra width. So aft facing, accessible, master bedroom, suite, penthouse, right? It's a mouthful, everybody. All right, so here's you see 0 clearance into the bathroom. Hand rails everywhere, lots of space to transfer over. Same thing in the shower, bench, Nice rain shower head as well as a handheld wand. Really big sink that you can also roll up to. So yes, accessible.
Hey, you like these faucets?
Penthouse suite. I love those faucets.
Isn't that cool?
Right, y'all caught that, right?
Yeah.
Faucets are in the glass. Look at that. Love that. Absolutely love that. All right, until we see you on the next one. Ciao.
All right, there's 2 left. Just 2. This one is another Haven. This is the 2-bedroom family villa with large balcony.
All right, everyone, this is Kevin 15230. This is a Haven family villa, 2-bedroom with large balcony. As you're coming on your right-hand side is bedroom number 1. You have a sofa that does convert to be a bed. Nice TV in here. This does access its own private bathroom. You have a nice stand-up shower right here. Sink. Love how the faucets come out of the mirror. Very cool. The toilet is behind the door, so it's in its own sort of separate room, which is nice. Coming in here, you've got your sort of coffee area, phone. There's a mini fridge down there. Into the main living room, you got a sofa, a nice table with 2 chairs. Let's not forget the coffee table. This is considered a very large balcony, so we'll just give a quick look there.
Hi.
You got your table down there with 4 chairs. You got some recliner sort of chairs over here, nice cushions. Great views out the side of the ship, all protected from the weather. Lord knows we've had some weather. I didn't show you the TV, so there's a big TV in the living room. So the master, he's in here taking care of this for the next clients. Good morning, everybody. It is a king-size bed. That is always a king-size bed. Power on either side of the bed. You've got a walk-in closet right here and bathroom. We'll go around. The closet is on the other side, but you have a separate room for the toilet. Nice walk-in shower. His and her sinks. It's one big sink, but his and her faucets, right? Nice big lighted mirror. Like I said, you have a walk-in closet, which is right here. So there's your 2-bedroom family villa here with large balcony here in the Haven. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
All right, and last but not least, for the Haven cabins, we got the Haven 3-bedroom duplex. Here it is.
This is 15808. This is a Haven duplex with 3 bedrooms. So let's take a quick look. Here, nice living room, sofa, several chairs, huge TV, nice dining area here with 4 tables. And there's credenza over here with storage. There is a bedroom downstairs here that has 1 bed, which is nice, a twin size, a little writing desk, and some storage up there. It does have its own bathroom, which is also accessible from that door, so it could be a guest bathroom as well. Nice stand-up shower. Let's go upstairs real quick. Here's your master. King bed, it's always going to be king. Here's your closets. There's power all by the headboard, which is amazing. Nice big TV at the foot of the bed. Huge master bathroom. Love the faucets in the glass. You have a stand-up shower with a bench, separate room for the toilet, and great views out the side of the ship. There's a safe in there. Closets right here. You also have another bedroom over here with its own TV and its own bathroom. It's basically a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Own toilet, nice stand-up shower. Amazing. The only thing we didn't get to see is the balcony. Let's go take a quick look at that. Oh, it was already open. Oh, it's locked. Sorry. There we go. There's your balcony. Nice table that seats 4. There's some chairs here. So there's your Haven 3-bedroom, 3-bath duplex. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Filming Tom and Style.
Well, there you go, everybody. Hopefully you're not too drunk. all 18 cabins, and we managed to get up into the Haven. We have a couple of little extra things here. Lori, I promised you something. There you go, Lori.
Yes.
Under the balcony.
Hey everybody, this is cabin 9234. As you come in, this is just a regular balcony cabin, but one of our viewers wanted us to take a look at this cabin. Wanted to know what was beneath here. Well, it's deck 8, so this is a walkway, so you actually have a bar, and where the slide, the drop slide, ends. So the drop slide ends right here. So that's what's right outside your balcony here in cabin 9234. Hopefully that helps you guys. Ciao.
Yeah, Lori, not a bar. It's where the slide ends.
Yes.
So there might be some little extra noise, I guess, maybe something. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hard to say.
It is definitely hard to say.
But yeah, that's right where the slide ends. So
Yes.
hopefully that's what you were looking for.
Yes.
Okay. And we did also manage to get up into the Haven Lounge. It was quick, but here you go.
So we're up here on deck 16 in the Haven. We're going to try to show you some of the public spaces. You got your own Haven restaurant over here for breakfast. They've got a really nice size restaurant up here, just dedicated to the Haven. So there's that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a very generous space up here. Lounge area. I'm quite sure on this cruise this was very crowded all the time. Here's your bar. Got a nice desk area over here for sitting if you got, this would be sort of a concierge area. There's towel and stuff there for hooking up computers. Going outside, this is private area for your pool and hot tub and outdoor deck space. We'll just give you a quick walk around. There are cabanas. If I have to guess, you probably have to rent the cabanas. I'm not sure. You got an infinity pool, which looks out the back. How's that for a view? Up here on deck 16. Circling around. You have a mirror image on this side. What's nice is this is also an extension of the restaurant, though you can eat outside here if you like. Of course, it's been a little bit cool on this cruise, so I don't think there's any eating out there. There are public restrooms here in between. We're sort of scooching in between, both men's and women's, and accessible. So there is your Haven public areas. Let us know what you think.
We forgot to mention there are heaters up in that ceiling outside there in the Haven.
Yes.
In the outside area. So like if you were sitting in the restaurant area outside, it still would be warm even though it was cooler outside.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So there you go. There's our trip into the Haven.
I think we've got lots of comments in there.
Man, we've got a ton of comments.
Yes.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to get them all, but we're going to try.
Well, a lot of them are drinks. We can skip over those.
Yes. I think we ended with John. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Charles. Hello, Charles. Yep, he's now passed out, of course. Hello. Hi, Bacon Boys. Yep. The wind chill is currently 20 degrees. Yeah, it's cold.
Oh, man.
Bacon, everybody.
Yes.
Robert, first guy. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, I forgot to
Yes.
mention my height. The wind has been pretty brutal in PA. Yeah, it's just that front that passed through was very windy.
Yeah.
Yep, I feel sorry for anybody who's off the coast in a boat because it'd be pretty rocky.
Yes.
We can tell you.
Yes, we can.
Angela was, Macrina was talking to Angela, hoping that Angela had a good time.
Oh, yes.
Drink,
Yes.
drink. Angela says, Macrina, I had more than a blast. Didn't get all the pics for it, though.
Yay.
Yep, back to drinking, Alex. Charles is wondering, why are we drinking? Why not? T. Brookie, remember to give them a thumbs up. They are working hard with lots of content. Dale, yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate the thought, T. Brookie.
Yes, we do. And we appreciate all the thumbs up as well.
These are not vacations; they're work.
Yeah,
We call them workations. We do spend some time having some fun, but
of course.
I don't think there's another channel that brings you content daily.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I don't think so. In all the lives that we do.
Yeah.
Period. Right. Let's see here. Drink. Charles is like, I'm going to be drunk in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
That's why I make hot tea. Just act like another one of the TMC members, Charles. Just come on, have a couple cocktails. Irene's drinking milk chocolate.
Ooh, you get a chocolate milk mustache?
Macrina had. I started off with water, and then we went to the hard stuff.
Oh, I've been drinking iced tea, but yeah, the hard
Lori's
stuff.
also drinking water. What is wrong with you people? We even got out some hard stuff. Come on now. Robert and Lisa don't drink either. Not really.
Well, occasionally, maybe.
I spent a lot of time on that balcony, if not transatlantic. Yeah. A lot of balconies. Even the balconies in the regular cabins, they're a lot bigger than the normal balconies.
They are. They're nice.
Generous space.
Yeah, and honestly, this is the first transatlantic that we've had such bad weather.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
we
even
really
the
don't
others,
there at all.
even the others, we were able to be outside, but this one was just too windy, and just the sea spray was just crazy.
Charles is like, I've never played a drinking game where alcohol wasn't a part of it. Well, it's your choice. You can drink alcohol if you want, or whatever you want. So it's your choice.
Absolutely.
Right? Macrina, this is very simple. Yes, there were no ports. We've videoed cabins when we got on the ship, and we got video cabins as we were getting off the ship.
Yes.
So if it was sunny, it was in the UK. If it was cloudy and crappy, it was New York. Charles is like, conserve water. Right. Golly, Robert, I got a buzz. Come on, man. Hang in there. You can hang. Any updates regarding the NCL connecting doors noise volume? No. They did not do anything to our door.
No.
So I can only imagine it's going to take a lot of complaining before they look to do something about it.
Yeah, we did report it to customer service, and before we reported it, we asked if there had been any complaints, and of course they said no. But we did tell them, that it was a legitimate concern, and I had a video, and I said, listen, I've got my TV on, you can hear Jay next to us talking over the TV, and I let her listen to just a couple of seconds, and so she could hear, and she's like, ooh. But in the end, nothing was done.
We heard people talking about the hangers in the cabin next to them banging.
We did.
They called it the Hanger Symphony.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, they'll have to do something at some point. I can imagine. At least I would hope. But to our knowledge, no. The answer is no. They've done nothing.
Correct. The other thing that... and I hadn't planned on exactly talking about it now, but we were down
on deck 5.
Deck 5, yes.
We were under the Improv.
Yes.
And so the Ocean View cabins between these numbers, 5772 through 5798. The Improv at night turns into sort of a club and a disco, and down on that deck, as we were walking through the public, through the hallway, not in the cabins. I cannot speak for the cabins, but in the hallway between numbers 5772 and 5798, all you heard was
thump, thump, thump. Yeah.
So, just know, I don't know if the sound's getting into the cabins, but it was incredibly audible in the passageway.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So there you go.
We want to let you guys know.
Joel's like, all that drinking, it's now pee time, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Hello, Elaine. Welcome. It is Tuesday.
Hey!
Tuesday. Woohoo!
It's your day.
Good evening. Good evening, Elaine, to you. Chris, how was travel day yesterday? We're going to talk about that in just a minute.
Yep.
Drunk, yes. Drunk. Oops, already finished my drink. Go got it. Another one.
Man.
Hello, Gina. Everybody's passing out on us.
Oh, no.
Mike's got a couple of beers. He's ready to go.
There you go.
Hello, Dr. Cherie. Welcome to you.
Hi.
Robert would be a funny drink. Drunk. Like I said, you have no idea. This is hilarious. Nope, it's not orange soda. Now I know why y'all are drinking water and chocolate milk. Wow, nice big balcony. I would be there all the time. I think she was talking about the rear one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't that amazing? Yeah.
And talking about our shows where we were drinking on the in the yacht club. Oh,
yes.
Those were fun.
Yes.
Did you have to bring up bloody balls again? Are we done with that? I guess they only had one guy designing the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. But I will say they are nice bathrooms.
They are.
They are nice bathrooms.
Yep. What benefits do you get for this non-Haven suite? For example, are they able to eat dinner in the Haven? Twice daily service. So, Chris, first of all, no one gets twice daily service,
Including
even the cabins in the Haven.
The Haven, correct.
If you want, automatically. Now, if you have to have or want to have twice daily service, you can speak to your cabin attendant, and they may do that for you. May do that for you. Okay? Outside of that, no, they don't get to go up into the Haven. They don't do any of that.
No.
So really not much other than a bigger space.
Yes.
I think they may get like to board early, and there may be like some champagne in the cabin or whatever.
And
but
they had, did they have robes in there as well?
Yeah,
I believe they had robes. Yeah.
So, a little disappointing. This is why, and we've talked about it ad nauseum. This is why a lot of the people who used to be in the Haven now are in the MSC Yacht Club and will never go back.
Yeah.
It's what you would expect the Haven to be.
Yeah.
I think we got service like 3 times a day up in the Yacht Club. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Anytime we left, they were in there straightening for us.
Charles is like, my preference is a meatball daiquiri. We don't have a drinking problem. We drink, get drunk, fall down. No problem. I didn't see anything. Shh.
Very, very quiet.
I wonder if the chair in the first Haven is a plowed sleeper. I don't think so, Elaine. Did you dock in the Manhattan terminal or Brooklyn? Manhattan. Right off of 42nd Street, I think it was. Because the bus, I can't remember if the bus turned, but we went right up 42nd Street.
We did.
From the bus. So.
Having a breakfast up in the buffet, I could see the apartments. It's that triangle apartments, the luxury apartments.
Yes.
I could see that building right there.
Yes, I can't fit under the rainfall. Just barely, but I do. It's at the end of the cruise. What are they going to do? Kick you off the ship? Well, so our goal is to video as many cabins as possible so we can share them with you and everybody else that wants to see them. Mm-hmm. And yes, they could kick us off the ship, which means we couldn't get the cabins that we would want to get for you. Mm-hmm. And so we just go to the other hallway. And try some other cabins.
Yeah, we did get asked to leave.
Yeah, we were actually in one of the
corner ones that we wanted to get.
We were in one of the owner suites.
Yes,
and
they're like, no, you can't video.
You
it's not clean.
Go.
It's not clean. You gotta leave.
So we tried to speak. No, so we left.
Yeah.
We got about a minute of it. So we didn't get the bathroom. We didn't get the balcony. We didn't get the bedroom.
We barely got in the door.
Yeah. So anyway, we're trying to be as nice as possible. And yes, they can kick us off. And we videoed right up until they said
it was
our time to go,
our luggage tag.
And since we were on transfers, we had to stop. Right? If we were driving our own vehicle, we would have stayed until they said, "Hey, there's 2 people left on the ship. Where are they? Get off now!" That would be us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Is anyone still alive? No. I don't want to be. No, I don't want to be gross. But should the pull-down shower seats be stainless steel? They never are. They're always on any ship. They're always the plastic.
Yeah.
Yep. So maybe stainless steel could pinch you or something, or cut you, and you wouldn't know. I don't know why, but they're always plastic.
I don't know. But yeah, I would bring spray or wipes.
Irene caught that. I said 4 tables instead of 4 chairs. I put 4 chairs in writing, so I do not believe that was a pocket door. No. The 3-bedroom is bigger than my apartment.
It's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering too. Yeah, no, it's not a hello, Valerie. Welcome.
Hey.
That 3-bedroom duplex is nice. It really was nice.
Yeah.
You know, the 2-bedroom that we looked at before that, I was surprised that the 2nd bedroom had a sofa.
I know.
And not like a bed.
Yeah.
That
I was
actually
surprised
disappointed
with that
me.
Too. Yeah.
Yep. Carol says, yes, we can just go in on this one, okay?
There you go.
Yeah, on the duplex. It's got 3 bedrooms, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
Let's all put together.
Right.
The last cabin will be noisy or screams. I mean, potentially, yeah. Woo, I think we may be right over the local, hoping it won't be too loud. If you're over the local, it shouldn't be. It's even though the restaurant's open 24/7, for the most part, it's
It's a
they're-
sit down.
It's a sit down food thing. So
Yeah.
I don't think it would be loud. You know, they're not serving alcohol. There's no bar. It's just get food. So
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
so much. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't know. I think Charles passed out. Let's see if he's still commenting. Man overboard!
Oh no! Oh, there he is.
No, he had to pee again. That's right. Oh my good gosh. He says, I'm old. Robert, your mics are dropping out. Yeah, that's YouTube. And we got plenty of speed. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It happens. I am too, Charles. Better not age. Better. Hey, Blake Butterfly. Yeah, we're going to look about the whole Facebook thing as soon as we're done streaming. I got your message or your comment, but we were just about to go live. So, but we'll check that out right after there. Blake Butterfly said that there were no questions to get into the Facebook group. So we got to look.
Interesting.
Which
Okay.
Strange. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind in the chat. Vic Lutz, hey, tall man, how you going? We caught up. Woo! Okay, so let's talk about disembarkation.
All right.
I would say from the ship's standpoint, mostly very smooth.
Yeah.
It's old school. Everybody gets a color and a number, like you're going to be purple 3 or purple 2 or purple 1. And there was also a time sort of associated with it, like you're going to be called approximately at 8:15, 8:30, 9:45, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. Which that was nice because a lot of times you don't get that side note.
Correct.
Yeah, the approximate time.
You're supposed to be out of your cabin by 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you had at least until 8:30 to be in your cabin. We were Lime 3, which was like second to last off the ship because our flights were later flights, so we had later transfers.
Yes.
Okay, but we did have transfers from the cruise line. And our time was supposed to be 9:45.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at about 10 to 9, all of a sudden it was Lime 3. We're like, oh, great. So we had to stop videoing and go grab our stuff because, we
don't want to miss your transfers.
No, we don't. we don't want to walk to the airport.
No.
Anyway. So we got our stuff, went downstairs. There was a bit of a line. It was a little bit slow checking off the ship, but it wasn't too bad. It was about 15 minutes, I would think, by the time we got in the line and got off the ship. Okay. Anything else after this point is probably going to be a moot point because the ship isn't staying there. But this particular terminal did not have facial recognition.
It did not.
So it was old school. You got to go by a customs person.
And you got to hand them or scan your passport.
The whole 9 yards, the questions.
Yeah.
And that line was about a half an hour, 40 minutes or so, something like that.
Where are you from?
Yeah, that was a long line.
It was.
And so I must say we've already gotten a little bit spoiled with all the ports we've been to that have the facial recognition because there's been small to no line.
Yeah.
And even if there was a line, it was no more than 5 minutes because that facial recognition is ding, next. And you're gone. It is so fast.
Yes, but when you talk to an agent, they want to look at your passport. They look at the picture, look at you, look at the picture, look at you, ask where you're from. Did you bring any, or did you want to claim anything?
Figure out if you're lying or whatever, or sweating. Or, right, so there was a process there. So.
Yeah.
And then, and so you walk. It's a bit of a walk. It's not too bad, but it's a bit of the walk to get sort of out of the terminal now. You're sort of under the terminal. Yes, you're sort of outside, but under the terminal. And you walk, when you get out, you're basically right all but on the street.
Yeah.
And so you've got one of a couple choices. You're going to go to the left. Again, this isn't going to matter for very many people because the ship isn't going to stay there, but that's our experience. You're going to go to the left and go to a prearranged transportation, or you're going to go straight out the gate and then you're on your own.
Yes.
But if you go out the gate and you're on your own, I mean, you were literally out on the main street there.
Yeah, you literally have to cross the road, and then there's construction on the building across from it, and yeah.
So I don't know what pier we were at. I just know we were in Manhattan. We just really didn't pay attention because we, like everything else, we're so focused on, do we get everything? Oh, great, and just get into the bus and and
that and the fact that this is not going to be the permanent docking port.
Correct.
So it was kind of low on the list of things
of priorities of exactly where they pulled us into.
Yeah.
So Then, I mean, the transfer was interesting for anybody that does sail out of New York and currently comes and goes from JFK, and you're taking any kind of transfer. It's going to take you forever.
Yeah.
So JFK is undergoing a huge upgrade, and currently, and I'm sure even before, traffic is always a disaster there. But we were on a transfer from the cruise ship to our terminal. We left from Terminal 5 at JFK. Sorry about that. My mic wasn't close enough. So they stopped at Terminal 1 first, then Terminal 4, then Terminal 5. Now, for whatever reason, because of the traffic patterns, once you were done at Terminal 4, Terminal 1, the only way to get to Terminal 4 was to literally leave the airport property, do a U-turn, and then come back on to airport property and then get to Terminal 4. Mm-hmm. Then they literally had to do the same thing. After Terminal 4 drop-off, they had to leave the airport and then circle all the way back around and then get to Terminal 5.
Yes.
From the time they got to the airport, did Terminal 1, Terminal 4, and then eventually got to Terminal 5, I think it was about 30 minutes.
I think it was. I didn't see one area of that airport that was not under construction.
Yeah,
one.
It was a bit of a mess.
It was a mess.
It really was. And I know a part of this big upgrade is all the transportation system.
Yes.
So I'm going to make a general assumption. When they're done, that won't be a problem. So if you're watching this video 2 years from now to see the cabins, the traffic may be better.
Yes.
But right now, in April of 2025, it's a mess.
Yeah.
And so, the whole transfer process was about an hour and a half. And in the end, we're just sitting in the bus, so it wasn't, too big of a deal.
Our flight didn't leave until 4:30 anyway. We had nothing better to do, but it was just really surprising that it was in that state, and to, like Robert said, to go from one gate to the next, you literally had to leave and come back
airport.
And pass
one terminal, not one gate.
But and we're like, we were just right there, didn't we?
Yeah,
we were right there. It was just one lane over.
It was one row, one traffic going this way, and then this way. But you couldn't get there from here without leaving the airport. So that was a bit messy.
Yes.
But like I said, we were just passengers, had plenty of time. It was okay. Got there and checked the bags, and security was quick and easy, and that part was great.
Yeah.
And just sat there at the airport waiting for our flight.
Yeah.
So flight was not bad. A couple of bumps. We went through the same front that we had passed through getting there with the cold weather and some of the winds and stuff. So there was a few little bumps, but
not too bad.
Surprisingly, it was a lot nicer than we were expecting.
Yeah, we were prepared because we knew we were going to be going through that storm system. So we were expecting it.
Yep.
Yeah, not too bad.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, Tall Man, would you go on the NCL Aqua again? We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to be back on live tomorrow night and do our final wrap-up of the good, the bad, and the ugly, if you will, of this particular ship and this cruise. And so we'll talk about it then. We'll say it before we start then, but I'm going to say it now too. Our opinion is based upon the experience we had during our cruise.
Yes.
And the situations that were presented to us to us during our 10 days on the ship.
Yes.
Does that mean it's going to be the same situation in your cruise on the ship? I can't say. We don't know. But we will tell you how we felt about all things NCL Aqua tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Don't be late.
Yes.
Hi, Irene. Everybody's saying Pier 88. No problem. Right. Agree. Blake Butterfly believes it's Pier 88. Okay. Crazy. That driving, we thought that really was a bit crazy.
Yeah.
So, outside of that, we did answer your question already, Chris. I know that was one of the last minute questions we wanted to get in.
I guess that's it, because I've got you listed, and we have already talked about that.
Lori's
we talked
cabin.
about being underneath the Improv, and we showed Lori her cabin. So that was all I had on my last night questions and requests.
Yes. So there you have it. Wow, it was an hour worth of cabins.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, did anybody see a favorite cabin in there? Obviously, y'all know we prefer balcony cabins, but the inside cabins, they had them a couple different ways. The one that we showed was sort of the elongated way, the more width than depth. I don't know how to say that. on Carnival ships, like on all the XL ships, I love their setup.
Square one.
The right instead of the longer
long ones.
The square ones are great because it just gives you a lot of extra space in there.
Yeah, more room to move around. I don't know that the floor space is actually any larger, but it's certainly the way it flows better.
We were hoping to get into a solo cabin. We did not, because they've got the studio cabins.
Yes.
They've got a solo cabin, and then they've got their inside cabins. But we ran out of time.
Yeah, they called our number, and we were like,
we
gotta go. We're done.
Got to go.
We're done.
But we got 18. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 9 the first day, 9 the second day.
That's pretty darn good. So
yeah.
There you have it, everybody.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody will have a decent week, and you're going to join us tomorrow. Don't forget, we're going to go over our final reviews, but also a couple things real quick, right? What's it say right there? We're giving away a ship.
Ask how?
How? So in just a couple of days, we are going to be climbing on the MSC World America for its inaugural cruise. And during that cruise, we are going to be giving away a 1 to 400 scale, which is about yay big. It's going to be about yay tall, of the MSC World America. All right, it's going to be made out of like Lego type bricks. Mm-hmm. We, Lisa and I, we have hired a Lego brick type artisan designer, if you will, to design us a 1 to 400 scale replica of that ship. This is not sponsored by Legos. It is not sponsored by MSC Cruise Lines. It's not sponsored by anything coming out of our pocket. Mm-hmm. We're paying to have it designed, and then we're paying to get all the bricks together. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we're going to give it away to somebody. Mm-hmm. Right? So how do you win? How do you register? Actually, you don't have to register, but this is how you win. From the 12th to 19th, we're going to broadcast live every night from the ship, as long as the Wi-Fi allows us, at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Again, every night from the 12th to the 19th at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. On one of those broadcasts, we're going to give it away. So I'm not going to tell you which one. So you're going to have to be there for all the broadcasts if you want to potentially win this 1 to 400 scale replica of the MSC World America. Now, just so you have an idea of what the value is of this giveaway, okay? If you went to Legos right now, lego.com, looked up the Titanic, because they have a Titanic replica there, it's $660. Okay, so it's a really big prize. Okay, it's like the value of a small cruise for two, right? So it's going to be very special because they're not going to be 1,000 of these models made. 2, 1 for me, 1 for you. Yeah, thank you. And I know there's a few people who have sent me emails already that if they don't win, they'd like one. So we may make a few more, but it's going to be very limited, just a couple. Okay, so yeah, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, right? So you don't miss any of those broadcasts. Thumbs up would be nice too. Thank you. But you don't have to. Okay, just be present live. We're using a piece of software called Raffly that will be able to tell who's watching, and it'll spin the thing. Bing, the winner will be picked. So there you go.
I feel like there's one other thing. Somebody had asked about the white hot party, and I have to go back and make a correction. They did not have a white hot party.
They had a glow party.
They had a glow party. So I wrote down all the names of the parties that they have. For us on our
10-day.
On day 2, they had the awesome 80s party. Day 3, they had the crazy, sexy, cool 90s party. Day 4, they had 50s and 60s party. Day 5, they had Disco Inferno 70s party. Day 6, they had Livin' La Vida Loca party. Day 8, they had a glow party. And day 9, they had a Motown party.
All of which, by the way, had to be held inside because the weather outside was not good.
Yes.
And so according to a couple of people that we spoke to after the fact, the parties were kind of lame.
Yeah, because
because they had moved inside. It didn't have the same kind of energy and feel that a a big deck party would have had.
Correct. And I believe
Yeah.
they were holding those in the Improv.
Yes. So when they go out to the deck, when they get down here and do the Caribbean cruises, it's going to be a whole different thing.
Yes.
Now, this also happens a lot of inaugurals. Of course, we had 10 days, not 7, which are going to be most of the cruises.
Mm-hmm.
They may rotate some of these actual events around.
Exactly.
And so they may not have all of those.
Exactly.
They may actually have,
only some. They
right.
might skip some of them, which is why I wanted to give you what on our itinerary day by day what we had, because like Robert said, they may change or they probably will change.
Or he's like, I want that 1-bedroom suite with large balcony. Well, you could do a bid, an upgrade thingy, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Irene said no. T-Bookie. The Haven looked like it had lots of switches. I love technology. Wonder what the switches do. Okay, I can tell you. And we didn't have time to get close enough.
No.
And in one cabin, I did talk about it. It was the one cabin I had to delete because they kicked us out. None of it was electronic. They were all physical switches, which I actually sort of like a little bit more than the technology because technology fails. An on and off switch typically doesn't, or at least is going to last a lot longer.
Yeah.
Okay. They just control different things in the cabin. This light, that light, the TV, just different things. And so by the beds in the Haven, there were these switches. It just controlled different functions in the room. Okay. Mm-hmm. Physical switches.
Yes.
So, all right. Elaine Tuesday says, after 10 days without stopping to walk on land, did either of you experience that feeling when you walk but don't feel like you're on ground? I did, certainly. The day yesterday seemed to be okay, and I don't know why. Maybe because we just got off the ship. We're traveling, we're moving, we're in the plane, it's moving, we're home, we get back to the RV, back to, Tall Man Mobile, the RV. But today, I was all out of whack.
Were you really?
Oh my gosh, I felt like we were moving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, when I woke up this morning, Robert was already out, and he was moving around, and Tall Man Mobile, this is
it
an
still
RV.
moves a little.
It moves a little bit. And so when I came awake, I was like, whoa. And I was like, that was a weird bump. And I was still thinking we were on the ship. And I was like, oh, it's just the RV. Okay,
Yeah.
we're fine. But yeah, other than that, no, I didn't experience that at all.
Yeah, I got a little extra sleep today. I lay down. It wasn't because it was like a nap time kind of thing. It was like, why is everything moving?
Because we're in an RV. It always moves.
Yeah.
You roll over and the RV does this.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Irene says, good night. Thank you.
Good night, Irene.
Thank you for all you do. You're
Yes.
probably already gone. Sorry, we missed you.
Yes.
9 p.m. Whatever. Eastern Standard Time, DST, MST, NCL, MSC, whatever it is. 9 o'clock.
Is that what are they calling it daylight time now?
I don't
Eastern daylight
know.
time? I don't know.
Whatever your clock says in New York, Florida time, East Coast time, 9 p.m. And I'm just saying, I can't keep up with all the nomenclature. What's what?
Yeah, we're old farts. We're used to the old lingo.
I know.
Sorry.
Oh, the weather outside was frightful. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. It was kind of misty, rainy in New York most of the day, and then when it stopped, it was still looked like it was going to snow. It was fairly cool and wet and ugly, but
yeah,
and it's sort of like the sort of perfect end of the cruise. It started off with beautiful sun. You saw it in some of the videos, and the balconies went out. That's why McCready was asking, hey, where are you videoing? Because it was beautiful out there. That was the UK. And then we really didn't see the sun, I think, for about seven-ish days, maybe a little, because it would come out for like an hour or two.
And then disappear.
And then it would disappear because it would be overcast. And then it would start raining or whatever. And then
the next to the last day, it was sunshiny.
It was
and
beautiful.
The sun just heated everything up. So even though the temperature was cool, it felt nice. And then the next day, back in the fog.
Yeah.
Or not back in the fog, just
in the fog. Yeah.
Because it really hadn't been foggy. It was too windy to be foggy.
It really was. But it was windy that day. The wind was
Yeah.
had 30 plus knot winds that day.
Yeah, but it wasn't 62 plus.
It wasn't 60 knot winds, but it just would have
Yeah.
blown it harder.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Blake Butterfly says the light switches in the Haven suites always take a couple days to get used to. I'm sure because it was like one switch for each kind of thing. There was like 2 panels on each side of the bed. So I'm sure it would. Like, oh, crap, I didn't mean to turn off this, or yeah. But it's all right. Carl says it's good night. So good night,
Carol. Thank you.
So so make sure you stay with us this coming week. All kinds of
and
next week, right? So and then we're going to be off for a little while, but we have more cruises coming. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you. We've got more stuff coming up.
Oh my gosh, yes, so much more stuff coming. Listen, we're going to be off for just a little bit after the World America, but not very long.
No.
How long? Oh yeah, not long at all.
No, not long.
Not long at all. I still have to take care of that one.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I didn't do today. I did everything else.
Alrighty.
So, okay, sorry. All right. Does anybody have last minute questions? We didn't have snack time tonight.
No,
we didn't. Let's just do a quick snack time. Just a quick, because we play everybody, our theme song during snack time. So here we go.
Open wide.
Ooh, that was good. Good snack time.
Thanks.
Try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through.
Everybody, snack time's over. Hopefully everybody had a good snack. What'd you have? Put it down there in the thing. Snack, I want to know. I want to know what you eat.
We obviously had popcorn.
Yeah.
Something else I've missed.
I know, we missed our popcorn. Lori also said good night. Good night, Lori.
Oh, good night, Lori.
Group cruise. We forgot to talk about the group cruise.
Yeah.
We also, if you see up there in the corner, we have our very first group cruise coming up towards the end of this year.
Yay!
Yay! And a group cruise wouldn't be a group cruise if there was no group.
Right.
So
Come
we
along.
want you to come with us.
Come along, guys.
Here's some information about the group cruise.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples.
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. There you go. So if you didn't get that email, there it is right there. tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. Public service announcement. We are not travel agents. We're not putting this group together so we can make bookings off you guys. We just want to hang out with the Tall Man Clan. But we do have an agent that did put it together for us. So send me an email there. Just title it Group Cruise. And I will forward you Kathy's information, and she will take care of it. You do need to book into the group, though, to be part of the group fund.
To have
Drink.
fun with us.
You do need to book into the group to attend all the group functions.
Yes.
Okay. And so just go ahead. It's an 8-day cruise. It's going to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
Yes.
All right. So
From Miami.
Mm-hmm. So you definitely want to come with us.
Yes.
And so was somebody wanting to know where we were? Oh, T. Brookie. Here you go.
Oh, okay.
That's where we are.
Courtesy of Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. A floating RV.
That we call what we showed you was faux balcony cam, if you will.
Yes.
That's actually a video we took from the Celebrity Reflection.
Yep, a couple weeks ago.
Yep. The moon shining off the water is just brilliant.
Yeah.
We had no nighttime moon. In fact, we only had one good sunset that we got video of.
Yeah, and I don't
and no
think
sunrises.
no sunrises, no moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Charles said he had a BLT. Awesome.
Ooh, nice.
I was trying to look back to see.
That sounds good.
BLT.
Bacon.
Patricia had a cough drop. Are you still not well, Patricia?
Oh, Patricia, I hope you feel better. My goodness.
I hope those restaurants on the group cruise will be good. There's nobody eating at them. The Mad Cow. That's right. I got the Mad Cow. See? He knows I have the Mad Cow.
Right.
So, anyway. All right. So, yeah, don't forget the group cruise, everybody. And looking forward to seeing everybody.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that being said, let's get out of here.
All right. See y'all tomorrow.
All right. We don't have to go home, but we do have to get the out here. Peace.